Sports Video Group's Jason Dachman. We are at the Sports OTT Forum, the inaugural Sports OTT Forum, with Todd Hinders from AWS Elemental. Todd, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's very good to be here.
So AWS Elemental is title sponsoring the first of these events. We're really proud to put this event out there. Obviously, there's more happening in this segment of the industry than probably any other. Why did you guys view this event as important? Why did you want to be a part of it? And tell us a little bit about the thinking behind that.
So the Sports Video Group are the ones that are putting the most load on our systems. If you look at the concurrency that's required in a live event, these are the people that are pushing it to the limits. So being here with folks that are doing what the commercial segment are going to be doing in 2-3 years down the line is really important. Right, we've done an amazing amount of work in our platform over the last couple of years, designed to make the consumer reach, take costs out of the system, and be able to get the scalability that this industry needs. And so to be able to be here and hear from them where they're taking their business and what they need is incredibly important, because we're developing in a vacuum otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. And some of those partners are those sports partners, right? You guys have been a big part of the sports OTT and the sports streaming space for several years now. Tell us a little bit about some of those partnerships and some of the ones you're most proud of.
Yeah, so I mean, I think over the last 10 years, we are responsible for 150 live sporting events of every size. From, you can look at Olympics, you can look at, regional curling in Sweden. There's a broadcaster we can talk about, which is really exciting. And most notably the World Cup. The World Cup everyone's talking about it right now, but it's it's worth noting we had a half a dozen global broadcasters, including folks like Ontel and Izzy, SBS, 7, that are using our infrastructure for contribution, packaging, and distribution. Actually, most notably, if you look at what the Telemundo Deportes team have done with NBC's Playmaker Group, the numbers and the success of their OTT streaming for the World Cup on Elemental's infrastructure was ridiculous. Yeah. Right, there's like 2 billion streams, or 2 billion minutes, 131 million streams, 15.5 million users. And like the most telling piece, I think, of all of this, and this is a credit to the Playmaker team and the infrastructure that they put in place, is they had over 1 million concurrent users during the Mexico-Sweden match. And I think the Super Bowl has outpaced that. And beyond that, there really hasn't been any live events that have. And that's more for us. It's telling that these types of workloads, these workflows, they compare to linear. They're here. These are meaningful and have to be taken.
It's funny how that's a microcosm of just how far the industry has come. I mean, we came from, big events having a few, like the Olympics, having a few events streamed with some concurrent users. Now we're with digital ad insertion. We have huge, massive concurrent viewers. You guys have played a big role in that. Can you speak a little bit to how the industry has really matured over the last couple of years with your help?
Yeah, and it was really interesting to hear some of the people here talking about the importance of server-side ad insertion and how it's really redefining a lot of their ability to monetize and make sure that people aren't watching the video without getting paid for it. And that's a key thing. But we've proven that we can do these volumes. And like now, the industry partners that we talk with it starts with quality. Like, we're really focusing on how do we drive quality, and then it goes very quickly to scale and driving and taking cost out of the equation, right? And so we're doing at AWS Elemental, we're doing a lot right now on the quality side. That's always number one, right? Our QVBR implementation, so basically the ability to set the quality you want and then have our rate controller determine bandwidth efficiencies, even beyond what ABR does, is getting huge quality gains at network cost savings. Right, everyone's looking at HDR to some level. If it's on HD or 4K is a determinant. We've had HDR10 and HLG for some time, and just implementing Dolby now allows people to pick and choose what they want. Right, these are around the edge, nuanced things that they're that people are trying to do. And then if you look at our media services, which is essentially the cloud-native version of our traditional products for live and on demand, ad serving, and on the likes. We've just implemented CMAF, and so for folks that are looking to target Apple devices, which is the predominant device out there, this is an ability to take even a step up more in quality. And then because we have migrated our services to a native cloud infrastructure on AWS, we have the ability for these partners to be able to scale up, scale down, pay as you go, have, make it ad hoc, some really powerful things. So you say where things have evolved, it really is, we're refining the craft, right? We're refining the craft at the edges.
Well, Todd, we really appreciate your support in the event. We appreciate you joining us on SVG On Demand, and we hope to have you back soon.
All right. Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Stay tuned to sportsvideo.org for more reports from the Sports OTT Forum.